Yeah, Adam Silver is not gonna let there be a lockout. Adam Silver is absolutely not going to let there be a WNBA lockout. The man is already making plans.
The WNBA was this close to total disaster, but now Adam Silver has officially stepped in, and let me tell you, things are about to change fast. The players don't trust Cathy Engelbert, the owners can't stand her, and the league's CBA talks were going absolutely nowhere. So, plot twist, Adam Silver decided to just handle it himself. Now you tell me, do you think Adam Silver can actually fix the WNBA, or is this just another PR move from the NBA? Drop your take below because, well, it finally happened.
It says here, the NBA commissioner talks up the potential of bringing a WNBA game to Macau or mainland China. So they're already talking about, again, it says here, the WNBA has never played an official game in Asia. It says there's so much interest in women's basketball in China, which there is. NBA Inc.'s partnership with the CBA. The WNBA could be soon playing games in China.
After months of radio silence, missed meetings, and players practically begging for some real leadership, Adam Silver is stepping in and taking control of the entire WNBA mess. The man who runs the NBA, one of the most powerful commissioners in all of sports, has apparently had enough of watching the women's side collapse under poor management and zero communication. Because let's be honest here, Cathy Engelbert has lost the locker room, the fan base, and even the team owners, and that's not even an exaggeration. What's even more insane is how obvious it's become.
Commissioner Cathy Engelbert.
Reports have been flying that owners barely even talk to her anymore. And get this, players like Candace Parker and Sabrina Ionescu have openly said they have a better relationship with Adam Silver than with their own commissioner.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee and the crickets that came to the defense of Cathy for me. Adam Silver is Cathy's boss, and he is the commissioner of the NBA. I signed a deal with Amazon to broadcast for Amazon. I got a text from Adam Silver saying congratulations. I had my third child. I got a text from Adam Silver about my third child. Now, whether this is Adam or his assistant, somebody from the league office is reaching out to me. I got a baby gift for my third child. I get a Christmas gift from Adam Silver every year. I retired. Adam Silver sent me a text message that basically congratulated me on my career and how much I've done for the women's game, and he looked forward to how much I'm gonna do from the sideline. I have not heard from Cathy. I saw Cathy in Phoenix after I had been retired for 4 months at Phoenix All-Star Game, and she said congratulations in person. And that was the only time. And so you've heard other players, Sabrina Ionescu alluded to this, I have a better relationship with Adam Silver than I do Cathy. My 2 jersey retirements, there was no Cathy.
Yeah.
So I think that Adam Silver understands the process. I don't know if he understood that Cathy was not doing that either.
That's not leadership, that's an empty office with a fancy title, right? And now with a lockout threat hanging over the 2026 season, Silver is stepping in like a frustrated boss saying, you know what, I'll do it myself. This is huge, not just for the WNBA, but for women's basketball as a whole. Because let's be real, this league has been walking a thin line between massive growth and total implosion for months. The players want higher pay, the owners want a better product, the fans want consistency, and the commissioner seems to want silence. But Adam Silver, he wants results, and now he's making them happen.
Basketball. It's symbolic of a massive business opportunity. And I got to talk to Adam Silver during a break in the game about growing this sport beyond the roughly 500 million fans the NBA already has in the country.
Amazing fan base in China. Certainly, well, we didn't play here for several years. We never really left. I mean, our games were televised here the entire time, and interest has continued really unabated in the games themselves.
When you're looking at China and you have roughly 500 million fans, more than the population of the United States, where is your vision for the NBA in this country?
And get this, during his courtside appearance in Macau last week, Silver just casually dropped a bombshell. He said the WNBA could soon play official games in China or Macau, expanding the league internationally for the very first time. Let that sink in for a second. While the WNBA office in New York can't even finalize a domestic CBA, Adam Silver is out here talking about global expansion. That right there tells you who's actually leading this entire thing.
Through a new CBA agreement with our players, and arguably you could say the largest market in the NBA. Had to get a new CBA with our players, but once we do, there's so much interest in women's basketball here, I think we'd love to bring a WNBA game to Macau or to mainland China. When asked when the WNBA could head to China, Silver replied very soon.
He told reporters, "There's so much interest in women's basketball in China. Once we get through the new CBA agreement with our players, I think we'd love to bring the WNBA to Macau and mainland China." Translation: Adam Silver's already making future plans before the WNBA even signs its next deal. He's not waiting on Cathy Engelbert, he's planning around her, and that's how you know this thing is serious.
NBA is looking to make a comeback in mainland China and testing the waters after a multi-year hiatus. This around backlash around Hong Kong's 2019 pro-democracy protests. Our contestant brewer.
See, when the NBA steps in directly, that's not a partnership, that's a full-blown rescue mission. Adam Silver knows that a lockout would absolutely destroy all the momentum the WNBA built over the past 2 seasons. He watched Caitlin Clark bring in millions of new fans, sell out arenas, and spark actual national attention for the first time in decades. And now the league's internal drama is threatening to flush all of that hard-earned progress down the drain, but he's not letting that happen because whether the media wants to admit it or not, the WNBA's success affects the NBA. They share sponsors, marketing resources, and broadcasting deals, so if the WNBA collapses, it makes the NBA look incompetent, which is exactly why he's taking over the negotiations himself. The rumor is Silver is preparing to sit in on the next CBA discussions personally, not as a guest, but as the lead voice, which is a massive move because usually the NBA lets the WNBA run its own house. But this time, Silver's reportedly assembling his own team of legal and financial experts to ensure there's no lockout, because here's the truth. Players want a fair share of league revenue, and honestly, they're not wrong. But the issue is how it's being handled. Under Cathy Engelbert, communication has been a total joke. She disappears for months, players get a press release, and she somehow manages to make both players and owners mad. Even the players' union has grown tired of the vague answers and constant delays, and that's precisely why Silver's stepping in to clean up the mess before the entire 2026 season goes up in flames. One insider described the situation like this: "It's like the teacher left the classroom, and now Adam Silver's walking in to make sure nobody burns the place down," and honestly, that's exactly what's happening. Now, some people think Silver's involvement means Engelbert is finished, but that's not quite true. Technically, she works for him. The WNBA is under the NBA's umbrella, and Silver's the boss of that whole operation, so firing her isn't simple, and he probably doesn't even need to. He can just take the steering wheel, let her sit in the passenger seat, and keep things running smoothly while she fades into the background, which is the polite version of being replaced. And here's where things get really interesting. Silver's been careful not to make it sound like a takeover. He's still giving Engelbert credit publicly, calling her a key part of the league's growth, and that's classic Adam Silver, smooth, diplomatic, and incredibly calculated. He's fixing the problem without calling it a problem, and while the media is focusing on his comments about China, the real story is what those comments actually mean. They mean Silver already sees the WNBA's future, and it definitely doesn't include chaos. He's talking about international games, not work stoppages, and he's already selling global partnerships, not arguing about percentages. That's leadership, and players are definitely noticing. After his comments went viral, several WNBA stars posted supportive messages, calling Silver a real leader and someone who listens, and that's the biggest difference between him and Engelbert: communication. Players have said time and time again that Silver checks in, sends texts, congratulates them, and actually talks to them like people, not just numbers. Meanwhile, Cathy Engelbert couldn't even attend multiple jersey retirements or reach out to retiring legends like Candace Parker. That silence is exactly why she lost the locker room. Silver, on the other hand, knows how to manage relationships. He's been doing it for a decade with the NBA, balancing massive egos, billion-dollar owners, and headline-hungry players, so if anyone can handle a few frustrated WNBA stars, it's him. And honestly, this might be the best thing that's happened to the WNBA in years, because once Silver takes control, everything changes. Negotiations become faster, communication becomes clearer, and most importantly, progress actually happens. No more waiting months for statements that say nothing, no more players airing out grievances on podcasts, and no more owners begging for direction. Silver is turning the WNBA into what it should have been all along, a functioning global basketball league, and you can already see the early signs of his plan. That Macau comment wasn't random. He's already building connections with China's basketball federation, testing markets for new sponsorships, and planning exhibitions that could pull in massive international audiences, because Silver knows something Engelbert doesn't. If you want to grow a league, you don't hide behind press releases, you go global. The NBA's success didn't happen by accident. David Stern took it worldwide, and Silver's continuing that playbook, now with women's basketball included. It's a genius move, and it's probably why Silver sounds so confident when he says there won't be a lockout, because behind the scenes he's not hoping, he's ensuring that already preparing the new deal, running the numbers, and locking in sponsors who are ready to commit once the new CBA is signed. And that's why insiders are saying there's only a 5% chance of a lockout. 5%, because the only thing that could stop this now is complete incompetence, and Adam Silver doesn't do incompetent. He's not letting the league he built, the NBA, get dragged down by chaos on the women's side, and that's exactly why this story matters. This isn't just about one commissioner stepping in for another, this is about saving the WNBA from itself.